In this video, we'll go through the market using price action rules so we can identify high probability setups. The bullish structure started with a spike that flattened into consolidation. The downtrend played out, so there is no longer bearish momentum present. We pushed above EMA and the second leg followed. Your first inclination may be to look for a bullish channel that would look something like this, but this channel is too broad because this move resembles first very steep spike, long sideways break. I can actually copy the first leg, project what is going to be the target for the bulls, and we have perfect two-legged pullback, measured move. So I'm not applying the wider channel. Instead, I'm using the two-legged pullback, and for this reason, I'm drawing this channel a little bit tight because I want to have break new extreme, because I don't want to get trapped buying at the top of the move once I reached the first leg, break, second leg. So this is my thinking process. Right now, the market is reversing. So as a price action trader, I can see that the structure right now is entering a bearish trend. I'm looking for correct channel. Now there's an option to connect the very first swing at the top. Now this channel feels way too broad because the bottom is falling down here. So what I'm going to do instead, I'm going to select channel that starts a little bit lower because this feels like the move where the downtrend really started. A little bit of a consolidation, spike down. So I'm going to use the downtrend working lower. You always want to look for channels as a price action trader. Market is correcting, working lower. We're pulling back and we have a second entry short. Actually, we have a new low first entry short, second entry short. So this can be called a double trap, but I have short-term uptrend still in play. Now there is small overshoot for the uptrend, so we can create push down, but in this case I would need to see a lower high because we also pushed above EMA. So there is a stronger bullish momentum. This downtrend, however, needs to get new extreme. So my goal is just to time the entry properly. Can we get lower high? Lower high was full bullish bar. I cannot sell below bullish bar, so I'm not selling a market created push down. In fact, we created micro double bottom. So I have a new high, first entry long, second entry long, failure. Can I take a failed second entry long? I cannot, because we already created double bottom, one tick away from creating a new extreme. So this means I cannot take this short. There is no room to scalp down, double bottom, big bull bar. I gotta be patient. Market is correcting, and this is interesting because I can see right now what's going on in the market. The downtrend is still the pattern, EMA flattening. I have a new low, first entry short, pullback, second entry short, but that alone wouldn't be that interesting. What catches my attention is one top here, double top here, triple top here. So this setup is a second entry short, also triple test, because you can see the resistance is being formed while the trend still needs to get new extreme, and you're selling high where the correction phase is ending. So this is decent setup, but as you can see, the entry didn't trigger straight away. So when you're watching this live, you probably need to cancel your order. I mean, you can enter on inside bar like this, but it is way more aggressive and you're better off just to wait for technical break below this bar if there's going to be one. If it's not, you're going to wait. But I'm going to mark this because next time you're going to see this setup, there's going to be trigger straight below this bar. Triple top, second entry short, the downtrend is new extreme. We have another failed second entry long, but you're very close to these lows. I cannot sell right into these lows. Even though it worked, there's just no way I cannot sell in the middle of this consolidation right into these lows. And downtrend created new extreme. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to mark my new low. Now you may be thinking about possible channel like this. I'm going to copy it, put it here. But this is not a good channel to draw just yet because our initial channel just had a break and a new extreme, and this was steep leg down, sideways structure, second leg down. We didn't have consistent swings of lower highs, lower lows nicely inside this channel. So if you are thinking about this possibility, you need to see a couple more pushes lower to confirm the bearish momentum, because you cannot draw it instantly once it will break a new extreme. So right now I'm going to disregard it. Only if EMA is going to hold, we're going to continue working lower. I'm going to adapt. Okay, we have a second entry short, but I cannot take it because we created the break at a new extreme for our initial downtrend, which means I'm drawing the uptrend in play. So I'm not thinking about selling just yet. I don't think I can go long because we are below EMA. We traded down, so I'm just being patient. And market keeps working higher. So I'm definitely not thinking about any wider channel. So what I'm going to do, I was thinking possible wider uptrend, but as I can see price action breaking below EMA and EMA not holding, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna follow the channels tight like this, break, and the new extreme. So I'm gonna mark my new high. And now because we're breaking lower, I'm gonna redraw a downtrend working lower. And I'm thinking about failed second entry long. We have a new high, first entry long. Can get a failed second entry long below EMA. And a failed second entry long never formed. And notice how market continues working lower. So this is interesting because now I have to zoom back and I can see there is no clear downtrend, but price action continues working lower. If I'm gonna look for big channel, you can see how super broad this downtrend is at this point. So that's not really the case. So at this point, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna extend this wider downtrend. You can see the downtrend, even though I draw it tight, is still in play. How would you categorize this trend? Is this a strong trend, medium trend, or weak trend? This is very, very weak downtrend because the bullish corrections are very strong. And this is typical for weak downtrend when you have overextended push phase, very steep leg down, broad correction, steep leg down, strong correction, overextended push down. So this is tricky because when you're trading retracing like this, you have to be careful selling at the very bottom. You want to be selling high. You want to let the correction play out. So this is difficult structure to navigate for novice traders because you feel the market is working lower and you are tempted to be selling at the very bottom, but you need to be selling higher where the correction phase will end. So right now what I'm going to do, I have a new low. I have only first entry short, but even had there been a second entry short, you don't really want to take it because the uptrend is still in play. And we mentioned that when you're trading weak downtrend, you need to let it correct, but this is only new low, first entry short. So fortunately, nothing to think about. And now this uptrend developed. You have a new high, first attempt to go long, pull back, second attempt to go long. And this right here is a second entry long. And notice the nice tail at the bottom. This means the bar looked very bearish, and towards the close, the bar reversed into bullish. Tail like this. It is a slight doji, but the tail is very bullish above EMA. This is decent second entry long. It is a little bit against the main trend, but because the trend down is very weak, and this trend up needs to get new extreme, this is decent setup to take. But when you're taking a setup in a weak downtrend like this against the main bias, you need to make sure your target profit is not too big. It worked even for 8 ticks, but especially if the ATR is low, I would definitely go for smaller target profit because it is not in a bullish trend. Even though we expect new high, because the main bias is bearish, there's a bigger chance that overall the market is going to continue working lower. But we are scalpers, we're looking for high probability setups for a scalp, so there's a big chance this uptrend is going to get new extreme according to trendline rule, and lo and behold, it did create perfect scalp. We had new extreme, so you cannot go long anymore because uptrend played out with the break new extreme. The main bias is bearish, so you're pausing, looking to go long. And we have new high, first entry long, second entry long feather, which normally is a decent setup because we know the uptrend played out. The main bias is bearish. We're leaning towards price action continue working lower. Problem is it is so consolidated. You can see there's some small support. Now your gut feeling tells you that you're probably going to push lower, mainly because the bulls buying the second entry long are going to get trapped. Because uptrend played out, we traded down. Even this leg down should get new extreme. But because it is so stacked, I have to mark it way more aggressive. You know, the ideally you would like to see breakout, pullback, lower high, which this would have been breakout, pullback, lower high. This would have been the optimal setup, lower high, breakout, pullback. But notice it didn't trigger at first. So unfortunately it didn't trigger again, and you don't really want to sell below this next bar. So no way for us to enter, but this would be the idea how to trade a congestion, breakout, pullback. But if you sold this failed second entry long, your idea was correct because you combine it with the overall bearish bias and the uptrend played out. It's just a little bit too early, and market continues just going a little bit sideways. This is not clear now. You don't really want to be buying, but at the same time, there is no bigger pattern for us to be selling. So you can see EMA is starting to flatten. We have a bunch of first entry. You definitely cannot sell second entry short like this. We even have micro rootable bottom. It says the count, so only first entry short. So what you have to do, just remain patient. It's better not even look for setups in a consolidation like this because it is tempting to both buy and sell at the same time. The trend is down, but we don't have any clear big channel just yet. So this is area of development. You can see how stacked it is. Now, this is similar to the setup we sold early. Triple test, visual to like a pullback, but it didn't trigger just yet. By the time you get a lower high, it is just way too big, close to these lows in the middle of this consolidation, you know. But this is where you want to be thinking about selling, just like we sold here, triple test at the top of the consolidation. We traded down, we have triple test, but the signal bar didn't trigger. There was a bullish inside bar, and market suddenly started to trend all the way down. Now there's a short-term uptrend working higher, but at this point, since I can see market continuing working lower, I have to analyze my structure again. Why the price action keeps trending lower like this? Well, it's clear. We established it is a weak bearish downtrend. You can see once again, strong bullish pullback, long consolidation. It looks like a trend range tilted down. So at this point, because we traded so far down, even this push down created such a leg down, I definitely need to look for some channel. At first, I tried to connect these swings and I was looking for some channel like this. And I was also looking for some channel like this, because if I'm gonna cut the corner here, copy it, put it at the bottom, this fits overall better. You can see kind of continuous healthy series of low highs and low lows. Sometimes there can be early break. It is not that common, but this channel fits fairly well. So you can see broad weak channel. Let's see how price action is going to react. But I need to be thinking about selling. I don't really want to be thinking about buying, because this push down definitely confirmed the bearish structure. You cannot deny the fact that we are trading a bearish trend. So I'm just going to be focusing on letting the correction play out, and then I'm going to rethink how the price action is reacting at the key entry point. Okay, no good setup, far away from the EMA. Micro double bottom resets the count. First entry short, I cannot take. And this was also weak downtrend, so once you bounce off the trend channel line, you can expect stronger pullback. But we just have a bunch of first entries. Price action continues working higher, so I'm going to redraw my channel wider. Okay, we have a break. Just following. Okay, we have a new extreme, so I'm going to draw my new high. Price action is breaking lower. I can also adjust the channel a little bit to make sure I'm touching the bounce here. Now, I'm thinking about lower high or felt second entry long. A lower high would be good right below the EMA, because the uptrend played out with the break new extreme, so we can expect bearish push lower. This is why we're looking for these channels that will help us identify the fact that the bullish correction played out. So we have a break new high. We're close to be touching the key entry point. Depends how you tweak it. Push below EMA is confirming the bearish pressure. So I'm looking for lower high or felt second entry long. We have a lower high here, but it is very, very big. Now I actually took this setup, but it is way too aggressive, because you need to use limit order, because this signal bar is quite big. Actually, it is not that horrible, but still you need to use limit order. It didn't tick higher. So I used only 6 tick target profit. I had limit order 3-4 ticks back, so it is a bit more aggressive, but you know, for small scalp it is worth it. The felt second entry long is too far down, you can't take it now. I'm going to redraw the short-term uptrend. You're breaking the channel, strong push down, and market continues working low. So no setup for me to take, because everything is far from the EMA. Once again, every single time in a weak channel you create the strong push down, you have to be a little bit leery, because there can be stronger correction. Okay, I don't think we can take any setup here. We're working higher. Okay, price action keeps working higher. Have a spike and the channel pattern. Now, even though it worked, I don't think we can sell just yet, because you never know how strong the correction is going to be. It's better to wait for the felt second entry long below EMA. New high first entry long can get a felt second entry long below EMA. We cannot. Market continues working higher, because the uptrend right now created a break and a new extreme. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to zoom back again, so we can clearly see, yeah, we're definitely trading some form of downtrend. Now this early break is quite concerning, but let me see how the bigger channel looks. Still a bit too broad. You know, you have to work with this early break, but that's not that important, because you can see clearly there's a push phase, correction phase, push phase, correction phase. We are still inside of this channel. You can use higher time frames to find a channel that fits better. So now that you have a break new extreme, what's going through your mind? As price action traders, we follow the trend line rule. Okay, every single candle tells us everything what's happening in the market, and because we have a downtrend and channel in play, we follow the trend line rule. Because I'm not sure how strong the correction is going to be, how many pushes higher there's going to be, I want to see push below EMA and a failed second entry long. The same story here, basically the same story every single time. It is not too complicated. I just need to time the entry properly. Okay, we're pushing below, that's a good sign. Notice there is no break below these bars lows. We have a new high, first entry long, pull back below EMA, and we have failed second entry long. So this right here is a failed second entry long. Great bar below EMA, uptrend played out, downtrend to extreme. Great setup to take. Failed second entry long, high probability setup. Market continues working lower, so what I'm going to do, redraw a short-term downtrend. Micro double bottom resets the count, redrawing a brand new channel. We have a first entry short, we have a second entry short, but it's above EMA. You know, you can argue that you have congestion, and this is also failed breakout of the congestion. But this bullish leg is quite significant above EMA. Had we stay below EMA, you definitely can sell at failed breakout, but the further it gets from the congestion, you gotta be a little bit careful. So you have a second entry short here, but above EMA, and now you have another failed second entry long, new high, first entry long, second entry long feather, and the trap is always stronger setup than just low high. Problem is it is a little bit sideways, but this downtrend is new low, the main downtrend is new low, all channels need to get new extreme, more aggressive, only due to the congestion, but context is perfect, and market continues working low. Let me see this breakout pullback. Nah, this breakout pullback is just too far down from the EMA, a little bit too far down, and market continues working lower right into the close, and now it's getting way too late. As price action traders, our goal is to identify where the correction phase is going to end. You can see every single time there's a break in new extreme, break in new extreme, break in new extreme, market push below EMA, and this is your time to look for high probability setups, because you established the main bias, you got the main key entry point, and now the goal is to sell high and safely once you see price action pushing back below the EMA. So this is the overall structure for the day. I'm gonna wrap it up. I hope you had a good trading day, and good luck with your trading.